Righty, this is just a quick video, mainly just for advice on people who are looking at buying guitars from AliExpress or Rare Electric Guitars, any of those sort of sites. All the pros and cons and how much you're sort of looking at paying, really. So, first things first, obviously it's not a Gibson by any means whatsoever. I ordered it with a nice older brown looking hard case. First thing to note, the hard cases, I have previously owned one of these Les Paul copies before and it was in the exact same hard case but black. They're absolutely rubbish because the way that they hold the guitar, they're meant to have a support just above the neck before it gets to the body, so that's where all the pressure is being held. But the support that's in there doesn't actually reach the neck, so all of the pressure is at the base of the body and at the very top of the headstock. So obviously then that just leaves the whole neck just floating with all that pressure in it. So to be honest, they're not great if you're actually going to, take them out anywhere. They're only really good as like dust covers, to be honest. But so you do kind of get what you pay for. So I paid, I believe, the guitar was listed at £130, which was about $200. The hard case added $70, which was about £40. Postage was another £50. So I think in total it came to around about £220. I also had to pay £39 as an import fee, just because it's a sort of draw of the cards whether or not you get picked up on it or not. I went for a black Gibson Les Paul custom with orange binding and orange headstock and whatnot. The guy who I used, the name avoids me, I'll try and put the name in the description. Really nice guys, they listened to all my emails. I asked them to tweak a few little bits, like make the diamond a little bit bigger, just because a lot of them are really small and it's just a dead giveaway. I asked them to put the gold pinstripe on for the James Hetfield Iron Cross style. Initially I was going to have him do all the distressing, but I'd seen some of the other guitars that they've done and it wasn't all that great, so he distressed a few little bits just around the body, and you'll see what I mean, where on the neck they've removed the paint but then they lacquered over it, so it's still nice and smooth but it gives it a really sort of minging-y orange tone, whereas I wanted the nice raw maple, that's the bit that I've done, and that bit just to completely scraped off, so that's just bare wood. All the guitars that I've seen listed usually say that they're mahogany bodies. From what I've seen, like I said, I had a Les Paul Standard beforehand, just a cherry burst one, that said mahogany body as well, and I did a bit of distressing and taking the whole thing apart myself, and you can see on the back I've chipped and chiseled away at that. That's definitely not mahogany, it's all completely maple all the way through. To be honest, it doesn't really sound any different from, I've got a mahogany guitar myself and it's not the end of the world. I only wanted it as a visual perspective because this one has all like dark woods exposed on the back and lighter wood on the front. But so you get what you pay for. I think I paid about £10 extra as well to get darker ebony fretboard because they normally have the rosewood. I've taken it apart already. All of the hardware is Epiphone. There's a few different theories floating about on the internet about it's the Epiphone like factory workers who make all these and sell them because then they get all the money to themselves as opposed to doing it through Epiphone. There's another theory, someone says that Gibson don't mind all of this because they know that people will go out and buy Gibson hardware to then put on their fake Gibsons. Either way, they're built to the standard of an Epiphone regardless. All the hardware is Epiphone at least. The only botchy bits of hardware are the tuners. They all say Grover on them, but they're not. The font's a little bit too small and it's not embossed the right way, and they're absolutely pants. These don't stay in tune very well at all. and they skip like pegs on the inside. So you'll be tuning it gently, gently, and then it will just shoot up and completely miss the note. So what have I done since then? I took out the one of the tone knobs, put the toggle switch in there, and bought another plain one. This does absolutely nothing. I bought the nice little indicators for the knobs. I've got a metal iron cross bolted onto it as well. Put strap locks on it, just simple pull in, stick in the new ones. I've ordered some Spurzle locking machine heads. They should get rid of that horrible problem up there. Might look at doing something with the bridge and tailpiece. As far as I'm aware, they do the job fine. They will move when there's no tension on them. When you remove the strings, they've got a bit of movement in them, but once they're all tightened up, they're not moving anywhere. They're not going to cause any issues. I bought one of the Chibson truss rod covers because they gave me just one of those Epiphone slightly longer ones. It almost covered up some of the diamond because I'd asked for a bigger diamond, and they had the 3-pin 3-hole bell covers, so I got rid of that one. That's pretty much it. As far as actually playing it as a guitar goes, great guitar. I needed to set it up a smidgen, just the action was a bit high. I put it down because I usually have it very, very low. I've got an Explorer with an extremely thin neck. I have the action as tight as I can get. There's like you can hear a bit of buzz when you're playing it acoustically, but as soon as you plug it in, you won't hear that. So I really like it crammed down. I tried to get it as low as I could. It's at a perfectly playable state now, but yeah, there's a few of the high frets are buzzing still. The worst one, where is it? 15, 19, I believe, is I can't play a single thing on it. But I've tested all of the once you go past that, they're perfectly playable. So it's just that one fret that needs dressing, really. I'm going to just sand that down, and then it should all be fine. Really, at its core, it does everything that I want a Les Paul to do. Just going to change the pickups out eventually as well, just because I'm not a big fan of passive ones. And they may be fake ones, I'm not entirely sure, because I don't really use Epiphone pickups. But that's the general gist of it. You don't have to fork out loads of money for one. Obviously, you're going to get what you pay for, so don't expect it to come out of the box and play the way you want it to. You need to have a tiny bit of know-how on how to tweak little bits on the guitar. The intonation was fine. It was brilliant, to be honest. So I'm just playing on the 3rd fret there, and obviously you'd expect that to at least work. Let's play a chord on the 15th fret. To be honest, I've had more expensive guitars need much more of a setup than this. So yeah, if you're looking for a cheap guitar that looks a little bit more professional, by all means jump on them. There's 2 or 3 stores that I was actually trying to shop with. The one who I bought this from, I'll find the name and put it in somewhere. The other one was Shelley's Guitars and Angela's Guitars. Both of them are fairly good sellers, to be honest. They're really good at communicating. They'll listen to you if you have a custom order, you want to change the headstock entirely, put your own logos and graphics on it. They'll even do fretboard and fret inlays for you. Anything at all. So yeah, that's the ins and outs of it. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions or anything, give me a shout. I'm sure there's some little bits and bobs that I've missed going over it. Awesome.